welcome back to 1700. I'm Ryan, this is Taylor. We have been with AMY Pollock, who's given us two amazing performances.
She's been absolutely incredible, and she's talking about incredible. You have an incredible story. Can you tell us a little bit? So you started off busking on the streets of Melbourne and have now released 3 awesome singles. Tell us your story.
My story, yeah, I guess you kind of like summed it up pretty quickly. I guess I started music pretty young. My parents started me on piano and guitar, and then I dabbled in a little bit of saxophone and stuff in high school, but I never really took it seriously. I wish I did, but like classic like Pollock child not wanting to practice and stuff. And then I sort of, I became a bit disconnected from it. And then one day after I finished my uni and stuff, like my friend asked me to start doing some open mic nights with her. That's when I sort of started singing, and we just I very quickly jumped on the creative train because I couldn't really stomach the idea of taking myself into the adult world of 9 to 5 kind of thing. I just don't think it's something that I would really be able to sit in. And then, I just I found myself in the middle of this like beautiful hub of musicians and buskers. I started playing quite consistently on Burke Street, so like we call it like the golden age or the golden time, where it was just like this perfect time where just all of these phenomenal musicians, and like we would be in the middle of the street like playing, and even if you're having like a bad day, like you knew that your best mate was down the end of the road, and it just created this amazing sort of like environment where we felt so safe and really inspired, and it kicked me into gear with my musicianship, I guess, as well, just because it really like when you surround yourself with people like that, it's kind of, you can't do anything but want to pick yourself up more. So I started, like, I was doing that for a pretty long time, like full time, like for 3 years or something, like lugging all of my busking gear, like to and from the city, just like big trolleys. There were sometimes groups of us, like with like 5 or 6 of us, like with these big orange trolleys, like trying to get through the crowds and stuff. But and then I slowly started to move away from the streets and wanted to take it a bit more seriously, and got into the studio with my really good friend Connor Black Harry, who is one of the first people that I actually started to trust with my music. Got into the studio and just started recording and writing and just kept going on from there. But and then I'm here. Yeah.
We're very lucky to have you on.
Oh, very lucky. So how different is the vibe between busking and playing like in a venue or in a studio like this?
Oh, it's a completely different world. Busking it's a complete art form in itself. It's a very visual kind of like art form, I guess. Being a solo musician is a lot harder than being sort of like in a group or an act, and especially for myself, I play a lot of sort of like bit more chilled music. I like to invite people into my world rather than sort of intruding onto others. But it's sort of like, it's one of those things that everything's different. You have to sort of like, you create a set to try and attract attention, and it's sort of like one whole thing, and you really have to project yourself. Whereas when you're in a studio, whenever you're at a proper like gig or something, you can be in your own space and you don't have to forcefully, I guess, like express yourself. Being on the streets, you get like, you have to, obviously you're absorbing the energy of the city and stuff like that, so it can be like you'd get home from a day of busking and you feel like you've just done a 20-hour shift, like slogging boxes and stuff, and everyone's like, why are you so tired? It's like, well, you're performing the whole time. Even when you're having breaks and stuff, people still want to come up to you. So yeah, it's two completely different worlds, and I respect the hell out of people who do it continuously. It's insane.
Well, you're absolutely killing both worlds.
Thank you.
And like, tomorrow marks a very special and important day for you. You're releasing your first video music clip.
Yeah.
So exciting. Can you tell us just a little bit about that?
Yeah, I'm super excited about it, actually. Along with like having this amazing group of musicians around me, I've been training at Melbourne Actors Lab, so training quite continuously there, and I've just like found myself once again surrounded by these amazing creatives, and once again found some people that I truly completely trust with what I sort of like want to express to the world. And the idea behind it is like, we treated it more like a short film and stuff, so it's like really like delving into kind of the acting side of things. But yeah, I'm really excited and I can't wait to show people it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, Amy,
Yes.
with this music video coming out tomorrow and everything, for anyone that's watching who wants to keep up with your music and see that video, where can they go to find all of this?
Well, I'm going to be posting it up on my Facebook page tomorrow afternoon, and that will be the first initial release, and then it will be up on all my other channels, so YouTube, Vimeo, and then you can find the track and stuff on Spotify and those things. But yeah, and Instagram, obviously, all of them.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today. What an incredible performance. Like, you had 2 incredible performances, incredible interview, and you've got huge things in your future and ahead of you, and we can't wait to see how you grow and develop. But we'll be back shortly after this.